So I'm in Chicago at the Scott Smith All Animal Expo, and I have an amazing animal right now. This guy is named Broken, and he's a black-throated monitor. He's about 30 to 35 pounds, and he's only 2 years old. This guy's gonna get even bigger. Black-throat monitors are amazing, mainly because they're really one of the most chill of the big monitor lizards. These guys are amazing, and there's some other great animals here. It's gonna be an awesome day. I tell you what, it's not often that you go to a show and you see animals that you didn't know exist and certainly are a first of its kind. At least I think it's the first of its kind. I've never heard of it before. And this would be a soul sucker clown ball python. Now I've showed you guys clown ball pythons before, which is a recessive mutation, but this happens to be a soul sucker, which is a hidden gene woma and a lesser mix. So what you basically have is a hidden gene woma and the lesser are allelic, which are both co-dominant animals, but when they react together, they produce something that's called a soul sucker. And this is, of course, a soul sucker attached to the recessive mutation, which is clown. You can see this guy really is a soul sucker. All right, guys, I realize I'm at a reptile show, but you may know that Lori is really fond of dogs. And in particular, there's one dog that she really wants, and that would be a Great Dane. So I am sitting here just chilling out with 4 beautiful little female Great Danes. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was the guy that was saying, I don't want another dog, but now that I'm here, there's a chance I might be leaving with one of these puppies. What I have here may look like a purse or something, but in actuality, it is a gecko carrier. And inside here is a gecko that you normally wouldn't want to just reach your hand in and grab. This guy's named Shredder. Huh? But look at this. It's completely dog tame. Now this is from Lego My Gecko and Exotics, and they obviously have been working very diligently hard to tame this tokay gecko. Now tokay geckos are really known for being a beautiful gecko, but also one that's very difficult to hold because they like to bite a lot. And I've been on the bitey end of a lot of tokay geckos in my life. When they bite, they do not let go. So that's the only downside. But that being said, not only these guys, but many other people have been working with tokay geckos and have been taming them just like this. So as you can see with Shredder here, it's an awesome animal. I tell you what, if I could get a tokay gecko that was this tame, I would absolutely get one because this thing is awesome.
It's a super shredder!
Last time I was at this show, I actually did a piece on a Lychee Gecko, but this happens to be a different one, an even bigger one. Now, last time I said that it was the largest gecko in the world, and it wasn't that that particular animal was the largest gecko, but Leachianus are the largest gecko in the world. They can get over a pound, and this is an absolute beast, one of the bigger ones that I've personally held. But the thing that's so amazing about Lychees is that so many of them are really docile, although there are some a little bit cantankerous, and when they do bite, they can give you a pretty nasty bite. They've got really strong jaw powers, but the thing that's great is the vast majority of them are just as docile as this and amazing animals. And again, you can see the just incredible camouflage that these guys have. I don't know, Lychee geckos may be the coolest reptile out there, at least certainly in geckos, but man, just take a look at how cool that thing is. This is an absolute, it's a psychedelic lizard really, the way it's patterned and colored, but this is actually a blue ornate Uromastyx. Now these guys are really unique lizards in many different ways. One is the fact that they need it really warm on a hot spot to thrive in captivity. We're talking about 120 plus degrees, but it's also very important to have a cooler size, so you need a relatively large enclosure so that they can get away from the heat if they want to. to. Also, a very good hide is extremely important because these guys in the wild are going to spend a lot of their time in kind of burrows, so they're going to stay away. If they're out in the open too much, they can stress out and not do well. Now, when it comes to the blue ornates, they're sexually dimorphic, so you can tell the difference between males and females because of the color. The males are, of course, going to have this vibrant blue color, and the females are going to be much more drab, but it isn't that way in all Uromastyx, and I'm about to show you another one in a second to show you what I mean by this. Now, as far as diet, they're very unique as well. Believe it or not, in the wild, they typically will eat a lot of seeds. Now, you don't think of seeds when you think of lizards, but these guys actually will, and a lot of captive breeders will actually feed them a finch diet, a finch bird diet, and they can actually crush those seeds up. But of course, you can also feed plenty of other types of spring mix, minus the spinach. Regardless, these guys are just, I mean, look at that lizard. That thing is absolutely crazy. And this is a Moroccan Uromastyx, and this is the one that I was talking about that's not sexually dimorphic when it comes to color. So really, the males and females look almost identical, but you can see in the cloaca, they're gonna have femoral pores. That's how you tell the difference between male and female. Guys, this is an incredible animal, and I just feel so happy that I get a chance to spend a minute with this. This is the largest chameleon in Africa, the Mellors Chameleon. They are absolutely just breathtaking. The only real species that's larger is from Madagascar, and of course that would be the Parsons Chameleon. These guys are so big that they'll eat little birds, believe it or not. I mean, that's crazy. Think of a chameleon that can eat a little bird, and they'll have up to 80 eggs. This is a 4-year-old that actually laid 43 eggs last year, so it'll actually get slightly larger than this. It could have up to twice as many eggs. Unfortunately, they don't ship them out of Tanzania anymore, so you don't see very many Mellors available in the pet trade anymore. Hopefully, someone will have more success breeding them, and we'll start to see even more of these babies in the pet trade because these things are absolutely a gem. So guys, you know I love blue-tongued skinks, but this thing blew me away. I tell you what, this is a Moroccan blue-tongued skink, which is of course the Indonesia version, but it is huge. I didn't even realize they got this large. This is absolutely the largest Moroccan I've ever seen. Now, I'm sure there's large ones out there, but I haven't personally seen them. This girl actually had 9 babies last year, which is a little surprising because I would think something like this would have 15 or 18 babies. But typically the Moroccans do have a little bit smaller amount, but I just had to show this thing off because it's not overweight or anything. It's completely perfectly healthy portion, but it's just absolutely huge. And look at that thing. I mean, that's got to be, I mean, that's the length of my arm. That is absolutely crazy. I tell you what, I'm just blown away. I love it to death. You never know what you're going to find at a reptile show. And my new little friend here is named Nikita, the Pygmy Marmoset. She is so cute. Take a look at the camera, little one. Look at that cute, adorable face. And she likes that little pulling. You know, they like to prune each other, so that kind of comforts them. So regardless, guys, it's been an amazing day. We've seen some really cool animals and met some amazing people. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as always, I'm Facebook and tweeting and Instagram my way through things. So make sure to follow me over at SnakeBytesTV. Until next week, you've been watching Snake Bites.